Hello, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for coming to join me this afternoon to take a look at what I've been making. These are my design team project for Artymaze, and the kit that I've used in both of these is a Touch of Autumn kit. But I've also used, I had some leftover cards, journaling cards and papers from the sunflower journals that I made, and also Autumn Splendour. So there's little bits of all three, but mostly they are from the Touch of Autumn. So both of them are soft cover. Both have around 80 pages front and back in a single signature. And both of them measure approximately 8.5 by about 6 inches wide. So if I take you through, let's do this one first. As I say, they are soft cover. This one's tied together just with a piece of ribbon. And the image there is from the kit, and there's a button there with a leaf on it, so that an autumn leaf on there, and there are some autumn leaves at the top. So, and there's also some gold stitching on some fabric there. It was a little bit of a table runner that had some gold stitching on, so I've put that on. The back is plain. This fabric, I think you call it tone on tone, so it's orange fabric with an orange pattern on. So I hope you can see all right. It's a little bit dark and dingy here this afternoon in the UK. Some pom-pom trim there, and then the top of it there. So if we take a look inside, both it's got pockets front and back. This is a little journaling card and envelope in there, and I think this one actually was what I had left over from the Autumn Splendour kit. And then this, I was watching Karen on her channel, and I'll put the link below to that if I can figure out how to do it. And she showed how she had been watching Climmies channel, making pages, envelopes out of Edith Holden pages. And I'd actually just torn some out of an Edith Holden book to put in here. So I did the one in the style of that as well. So it's put a mushroom on the front there and some of the fabric along there. And then on the inside, I've just put some extra journaling paper. So actually this journal, it has so much journaling space in it. And then I haven't covered this up because I quite liked that it was about October. So I've left that so that you can read it. And also on the back, you can read that as well. So I didn't want to cover it up, and that's just tied together with a piece of ribbon. It just tucks in there. So again, this is from the Touch of Autumn kit. So, and this yellow pages as well. So this is a flip out. Hopefully you can see that okay. And there's some extra journaling space there that flips up and down. And again, some mushrooms and some little bits of thread there. And one of the leaves that I've sewn in gold thread. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz little folders on there, so that has some mushrooms and some of these are from Artymaze's fern and mushroom kit that I had left over, and then these are one of her journaling cards kits as well. So lots of mushrooms and little tag there, and then tucked in the side is one of the journaling cards from the kit, and I've just put a ruffle down there so that just fits underneath. So this kit reminded me that although we're moving into autumn, there are still some nice bright colours around as well, as all the colours, all the plants change. Edith Holden page just there. Little journaling card there. And one of the top tucks there with some little thread on it. This is one of the altered envelopes that I really like to do it, so it has a window in it, and the window looks through to the next page. And then I've put a pocket here made out of the Edith Holden page with some little bits of thread that I've had left and some mushrooms. And then this is one of the journaling cards from this kit as well. So I've printed that onto a lightweight card, and again that's just a little extra journaling space. So a little journaling book there. There's a little tuck spot at the back there as well, so that just fits in there. There's some collaging on the back there. This is a book page. So the apples that are ripening, I think actually they're plums that are ripening. And then the spider's web in autumn. Another of the book pages. This is one of the cards that come with the kit, and I've just put some of that. It's like a brown eyelash trim, brown glittery coppery colour. And then on the back of there's some journaling space on the back, and that's just a little tuck spot with the journaling card in. And this is some of the paper that I had left over from the sunflower kit, and I just thought it went so well with this that I included it. One of the pages from the kit just there. Artymaze in some of her kits includes a square mat that fits inside a CD case. So that's a little window there, and it is, sorry, reaching across. It is a little window, but I just didn't want to cover that picture up. These are just some little cards out of a journaling book that I had, and I've included those because I thought they were nice autumn colours. And then there's a journaling card just there. This might have been one of her freebies, and I've just attached to one of the leaves there. Another of the book pages there, and recipes here, so you can write your recipes on. There's a recipe for apple florrie. We use puff pastry for that according to that recipe. These pages again are from the kit, and so are the backings on them. And this in the kit, a little file folder that comes with it, and I've just put some mushrooms on there, and it says, "Wild is the music of the autumnal winds amongst the faded woods." And there's just a couple of cards in there, one in the back and one inside. I think this was a freebie from Artymaze as well. So have a look at her website. And again, I think this was from Autumn Splendour. There's a napkin on there, and it says, "The heart of autumn must have broken here and poured its treasure on the leaves." There's a little tuck spot there with one of the big journaling tags. And this is one of the, I printed accidentally twice. I printed the CD cards. So I put that as in that tuck spot there. And then the little envelopes that she includes. And it says there, "A fallen leaf is nothing more than a summer's wave goodbye." And there's, again, the mushrooms. And there's just a couple of little cards in there that you can use. So as I say, both of these kits inside mirror each other, but obviously the images are different. Love that butterfly. And I've included one of the pages from the fern and mushrooms. And the centre of the signature there. And then on this one in the centre, I had a couple of little apple beads. So I've included those. Tuck spot here again, I've used one of the cards from the kit. And then on the other side is one of the envelopes, so I've added some ruffle to that. And then on the back, again, this is one of her freebies, one of Artymaze's freebies, and there's just a couple of little journaling cards in there. And then an extra piece of paper. And again, that's, I think, is one of Artymaze's freebies. Just some extra journaling space in there. And then this is one of the cards, I think, from one of the other kits that I've just put in there. The hedgehog there, again, that's the napkin. And it says, "If a year was tucked inside a clock, then autumn would be the magic hour." And then that just flips up there. There's just some extra journaling space just there. And again, this, I think this is the Autumn Splendour page, but again with the sunflowers. On the back of the page, the book page there. This is one of the pages from the Autumn Splendour, so it flips open and then it also pulls out. So you can still journal on this page and on that one. So just an additional page there. And then this is one of Artymaze's collage pages. And that's just a little tuck spot for that card in there. Then there it says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. And there's just some little veined leaves there. And then on that card it says, autumn is the hardest season. The leaves are falling, and they're falling like they're falling in love with the ground. It just tucks in there, and then that does flip up. So you can see lots of space to journal in this. There's the back of the spider web and the back of the plum bush, plum tree. And this is the back of the altered envelope. So there's a little tuck spot there. And then in there I've just put one of the pages from Edith Holden about October. And then this is one of Roxy's, from Roxy's Creations, one of her doilies. The double pockets from Artymaze, and they've both got the same journaling card in. And there's writing space on the back. And then this is a little pull out again. So it's back of one of the pages. So there's a little tuck spot there. Some extra journaling space on that postcard. And there's a poem out of the Edith Holden book. You can see the little wading birds and all the foliage is dying off. And then on the back of that is a little owl. I didn't want to cut the owl in half by putting him on the page. And then the back of the last page there's a tuck spot with one of the cards from, I think that's from Autumn Splendour. And then sorry, I'm looking because there's something missing out of here. Little journaling card there. And then there's a couple of postcards there that have the extra journaling space on. And then I was looking, because I've made this to go with it as well. I had a couple of pages left over from the sunflower kit, and then that's from this kit. So I've just stuck a couple of pages together and made it into an extra journaling space. So there's another little journal there with pages in it. And then again, there's another poem in that tuck spot there from Edith Holden. And then there's a little tuck spot just there with one of the mushrooms on and some journaling cards in there. So both of these journals have one of these with them, both of them slightly different. So that goes inside there, and then it just ties up together. I'll just move that one out of the way. And then this one, this is the first time that sorry, that's fell down. I'll move it. This one again is a soft cover. This piece of fabric I was gifted, so thank you, Melanie. It's quite muted, the colours on this, but I thought they were still autumny shades. And I've just attached on a little clasp there a couple of metal leaves that you can take off if you don't want them on. And then that's just some stretchy elastic there, so it's plenty of room for growth. And then there's a nice big mother of pearl button there and another one on the inside just to hold that elastic on. So again, the same size, about 8.5 by about 6. And then there's a big piece of lace here that makes a pocket that you can use or not if you don't want to. But again, in there is another one of the little envelopes that I've made. So I've made it as an extra little journal. So again, I've left it so that you can read about autumn. And then inside there's a picture there as well. Berries of black bryony, it says. And then there's some extra journaling papers in there. And then on the inside, so similar to the other one, it has a pocket, but this time of crocheted lace. And again, a couple of the postcards there that have got the extra journaling space in. And they're just tied together to fit in there. So the same pages, but maybe in slightly different format. So again, that piece of fabric that reminded me of autumn, and some buttons there and some little snips. And then this one is just a little journaling card that goes in there. And again, The Scholar Gypsy by Matthew Arnold, and that again is from Edith Holden book. Edith Holden pages, and again the image there that I used on the front of the other book, just tucked up there. So same number of pages in this one. Again the window envelope there, and a page of Edith Holden there with some little mushrooms on, and a little journaling card, and again one of the little journaling books that I made with the little tuck spots, the extra writing paper, and the little tuck spot there at the back, and collaged on the back. This one I've put lace trim down the edges, and it can get, again, it can make a little pocket or not if you don't want to. A little mouse there looking for the rose hips. And this is a page from Autumn Splendour. Again, a little flip up there with some little gold, net type fabric that I had. And then one of the large journaling cards, and it says, autumn seemed to arrive suddenly that year. The morning of the 1st September was crisp and golden as an apple. And I've just put a mushroom on that one. And a leaf. And again, that does flip up, so there's some journaling space there. Again, the CD cover there, and that says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. So that again is the CD card there. And a little journaling card there with a leaf on. And then again, a couple of those cards from a garden book. And again, because I thought I liked the colours. Poem there about blackberry picking and the little robin. And again, the puddings. And this time you've got baked apple dumplings. Nice winter autumn foods. And again, the file folder just there. Anyone who thinks that fallen leaves are dead has never watched them dancing on a windy day. And that is so true. Lots of little snips of fabric just there. And one of the cards. And the hedgehog again. And the sun took a step back, and the leaves lulled themselves to sleep, and autumn was awakened. And again, a little tuck spot there. That's the CD card. And then one of the postcards just there. Another little tuck spot in the lace just there. I think this is from from Autumn Splendour as well. In the centre of the signature with the Edith Holden page. Again, tuck spot just there behind the envelope. And again, we've got the envelope that comes with the kit. And I've added a little file folder. I think that's from Nikki Adigan. Just a little tuck just there. Put those in. And again, one of the pieces of paper. Just some journaling space for you there. And then that was in there, in the little pocket. Here's the robin. Everyone must take time to sit and watch the leaves turn all at once. Summer collapsed into fall. And again, some extra journaling space just there. And this the same as in the other one. So there's a card tucked in there. And then some journaling space on the back. And then on the back of that is one of the cards that you get with the kit. You can get there, Grandmother's Apple Pies. A couple of poems there. And again, this is the same as in the other journal, where it flips out and then flips that way as well. And then on the back of that one, it's one of the, I think that again is one of the Artymaze's freebies. There's a little bingo card. Then the little envelope there, it says autumn on it. And then that has a, yes it does, a couple of the little cards just in there. More poems there about autumn. There's the little mice. There's his little nest, collecting those rose hips. The leaf up there. And then little tuck spot again with one of Roxy's doilies there. And then that again is a Edith Holden page. Just tucked in there. And then again the double cards in here with the butterflies on. Those pockets. And then this one has the Tim Holtz in the back. So how beautiful the leaves grow old, how full of light and colour are their last days. So that's got the same cards tucked in there. And then that pulls out, and again it's got the extra paper there to journal on. And again a little collage there with some mushrooms on and the leaf that's been embroidered. And then there's a card, journal card in there. Just tucks in the back. And then in the back this has the same little envelope that I've made out of, well, it's an extra journal really, and this was made out of one of the Autumn Splendour pages. And then this is from this kit, The Touch of Autumn. And so there's a pocket just here. A couple of things tucked in. And that says, the heart of autumn must have broken here and poured its treasure upon the leaves. And then again there's some extra journaling space. And then at the back there's a little tuck spot. So each of these come with the little mini journal. And that just tucks in the back there, in that back pocket. So these are my two Touch of Autumn journals. I do hope that you've enjoyed watching it, and I hope that you like them, and if you have any questions then please do let me know. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.